Welcome to my tarot card reading for the month of November 2014. Let's start with the opening. We have here Ogun, Oshun, and Babalu. Okay, this is a general reading, worldwide general reading. Okay, we have Ogun. Ogun, the stories that I know, he's always isolating after doing something that he regrets or something that he didn't like, or something happens that pushes him away, so he isolates himself. We have Oshun, and Oshun is related with money. So we're talking about here isolation. It could be currency wars. We could be that we're talking about protectionism among nations. Not only that, notice that we have Babalu here, and Babalu is about contracts, at least for me. And he's walking away. So we're seeing sanctions, protectionism, currency wars. It could mean that nations are walking away from that trend, or the other way around. It could mean that they get into into more sanctions, more currency wars, and protectionism. That kind of things we could be talking about. Now, Babalu is all about diseases. He's the one that causes diseases. And Oshun is related with water. And health-wise, what we're going to see is I have no idea how to describe this. Is water. It's like rotten water. It's water that is very thick and is foul-smelling, and is closely related and attached with some sort of disease, ailment, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is closely related with the Persian Gulf, I think it is, Suez Canal. That area, in that area, we're going to start seeing things related with water that they're like rotting up. It's like, you will know what I mean once start happening. But it's in that part of the world that we're going to start seeing something related with water that is like stagnant, foul smelling, all this kind of stuff. And it's obviously going to make the news. Okay, that's what the opening is all about for November 2014. Okay, here we have the second part that sheds a little bit of light to the opening, and we have the Tower representing Aries, Scorpio, Mars, and Capricorn, and then we have the Six of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus. And Mercury is the planet related with thinking, is analytical, is about doing research, investigation, and Taurus is closely related with house number 2, that is related with income. Is also a fixed sign that doesn't like changes that much. It likes to keep things as they are as much as possible. Then here we have Aries, which is a cardinal sign, Scorpio, that is a fixed sign, and then we have Capricorn, which is a cardinal sign. It's a lot of impulsiveness. We have Mars. There's a very aggressive energy here. So this is all about breaking. It could be breaking all patterns. Capricorn is about hierarchies. It's about bureaucracy. It's about politicians, the president, the king, the emperor, this kind of stuff. And Scorpio is about changes, and Aries is something new. We could be talking about here about a civil war that brings down an existing government, an existing political system, whatever it is a change, something that collapses. At the same time, there might be a high possibility of someone that is powerful, well known, that might die. In other words, is going to be killed. And not only that, there's also someone that is going to escape. And I'm not talking about Ukraine, because that president already escaped. You're going to see it on the news.
is a politician that is going to be on the run, if we could say that. Mercury, Taurus, we have to pay attention because once again the topic of finances, of economy, are going to be the main thing in the news during November 2014. So we have to pay attention what is going to happen. But definitely the tarot card is saying that something is going to come to an end that is going to shift things around. It's going to create more isolation, more protectionism. It's going to start changing things around. So we're talking about geopolitical changes, transformations, etc., etc., etc. Okay, here we have the third part of the reading. This one expands and adds more information to what I previously said. Keeping that in mind, let's go to this first card that we have here, which represents the first week of November. And for me, weeks are of 8 days, but I do it on purpose. And we have here the Hierophant or the Pope. And in this reading, it means, number one, literally is all about the Pope. So we have to pay attention about the Pope. It sounds like he's going to be doing a visit. It could be an emergency visit to a country or whatever it is, a dignitary or a politician, but he's doing a visit. Now, regarding countries, nations, we're going to start seeing that they're going to seek help from someone or something that they see as an authority. They're asking for help. For me, it is the United Nations. That's for me. I think that is related with United Nations or any organization that holds enough power that nations have to go after and before them seeking help, financially, economically, or humanitarian. But it's along that line. And that's going to happen during the first week of November. The second week of November is about growth. So you're probably going to start seeing things related with growth, the economy, finances. New projects also are here contemplated. New projects, new laws. That's going to be the main topic during the second week of November. By the third week of November, we're going to start seeing things related with meetings. It could be diplomatic meetings. It could be religions that are meeting together for whatever purpose it is. There's celebration. What people are celebrating, they're celebrating the collapse of a nation, of a government, of a system. What are they celebrating? It's about meetings and celebration. The last week of November is about help. And we have here the Six of Cups, and we have this, supposedly it's a dwarf, and we have this little girl that is receiving a cup with a flower, is receiving a gift. So this is about gift. This could be loans, probably nations are borrowing money, or nations are printing money and pumping that money into the system. Quantitative easing, QE. That's what we're talking about here. So we have to pay attention. This could also mean a lot of humanitarian aid that is going to be emphasized during this time of the year. Why? It could be that there is, beside what is going on in the Middle East, I'm inclined that there probably is going to be a big natural disaster that is going to push many nations into giving help to the affected area. Okay, that's what we have for November 2014. Now, when we put together this in horizontal and vertical lines, this is what we have. Remember that I said about growth. So we could see that the stock market start going up, or we might start hearing good news about the economy, but all these good news are closely related with the printing of money, with the money that is going to be pumped into the system. So this growth is because there's more debt. So it's not real. And then we have here nations, countries seeking help. So I said that for me it was in United Nations, the UN, and it could be. We're going to start seeing a lot of meetings, diplomatic meetings, this kind of stuff during the month of November. A lot of those, trying to find answers to many questions. Okay? That's what we have. When we put together the horizontal or vertical line, we have here the vortex, what I like to call the vortex. And we have the Five of Swords. That is letting us know that there's going to be a lot of frustration, a feeling that we have lost a battle or even a war. That feeling is going to be there, but it's closely related with the economy and finances. So in other words, we start seeing meetings and quantitative easing, printing money, a lot of monetary stimulus, fiscal intervention, whatever it is. We're going to start seeing that a lot of meetings that could be around the world or locally in your country. That's what we're going to start seeing. But it's closely related with this feeling that nothing is working regarding the economy. Okay? That's what we have for November 2014. Okay, here we have what I like to call the trilogy. And we have here the Six of Cups, we have the Two of Staff or Wand, and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords represents Libra, therefore is letting us know that there's a tendency to be neutral, not taking sides. And then here we have the Two of Wands, and this person we can see has the glove in his on his hand, letting us know that he conquered, he has everything. And there's no desire of letting go, and there's a fear of letting go. Therefore, is letting us know that these nations that have power, that have control, or the economies that have power and control, they don't want to let go of it. And therefore, they might be doing meetings, they might do this and that and blah, 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 but they're doing because they don't want to lose their status, they don't want to lose what they have already. And they're going to be very neutral, they're not going to, they are going to try not to take sides at all. But they're going to be involved in printing more money because they don't want to lose that status. First world country, they don't want to be downgraded, in other words. That's what I'm saying. And that's why we are seeing this dynamic. Okay? They don't want the status quo to change. They don't want it. They don't want a change on hegemony, if that's the right word in English. Okay. Then we have here the Two of Swords, and we put them together with the Pope. We're going to start seeing that there are going to be meetings. People are going to get together trying to find answers. But notice that they're blinded for whatever reason. They don't want to see the reality. They don't want to see the truth. They're meeting, they're getting together, but they are stubbornly blind. They don't want to listen. They don't want to pay attention, and they are on the defensive mode. Okay? So these meetings are going to be not productive. Then we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords here representing Gemini is next to the Three of Cups. And remember that Gemini is very versatile, is curious, likes to learn. Therefore, we could say that there's going to be a lot of meetings with the purpose of learning, trying to find answers to many questions. There are very interrogants, if that's the right word to use related with how and why and what to do. And there's meetings and all this kind of stuff, but we know that nothing is going to happen because there's no desire of changing the formula. They want the formula to stay as it is. They want to keep the status quo. Okay, we have that. We have also to pay attention that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 swords, a lot of air, mind, and then we have Mercury here. Therefore, this reading is about a lot of thinking. It's closely related with the economy, with the finances around the world. There's going to be a lot of media talking about it, a lot of thinking, a lot of brooding about all this dynamic of finances, economy, and now with what is going on in Russia, that Russia has sanctions, we have to pay attention what these tarot cards are saying to us. Okay, we have to pay attention. And like I said in my video in in Spanish, there's a country that starts with B in the middle. I don't know if it is the Middle East or India, but it's around that area. We have to pay attention with that area, with those particular countries. I'm thinking Baghdad and Bombay, I think it is. And if there's another one with B, I don't know. I have to be honest. I'm really bad with my geography nowadays. After I got old and out of school, I'm out of touch with that. But this is what we have for November 2014. Okay? Okay, this is the last part of the reading, and we have St. Jude, we have St. Constantine, the Emperor, and we have St. Helena, the Empress, the mother of Constantine. She supposedly went out and she traveled the whole world looking for the cross where Jesus died, and supposedly she did find it, and she found a piece of this cross, a wooden part, and she took it with her, a relic. And now we know the story of Constantine, where he had a dream, he saw a cross, and a voice told him that he would win, blah blah blah. And then we have St. Jude, that is supposedly, he is the patron of difficult causes. But notice that St. Helen, she's upside down, letting know that she hasn't been able to find that cross. In other words, there are many signs on the wall, and they look difficult, they look impossible, but we are not able to find the answers at this time. We are not able to find the answers because we want to keep the status quo. Obviously, the rich wants to be rich, and the rich doesn't want to be poor. So that's the dynamic we're going to see. There's no real interest in changing the formula, the numbers, the denominator. They really are not interested in changing that dynamic here. So what we're going to see is just a charade, is a facade, is only just pretending, kicking the can and pretending. Okay? And that's what we have for November 2014.